Do y'all know what statute he's talking about?
No, sir, I do not.
Huh?
No, sir.
So why is he enforcing something that y'all don't understand? What's your name and your badge number, sir?
Neil Oaks, 3186. I didn't want to work with this gentleman. He's not. He's a different department.
So y'all not telling him to do this?
No, sir.
And what's your name?
Robert Aldridge, ID 3086.
What was your name again?
Neil Oaks, 3186.
Oh, so you're the chief.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you answer me? My name is Manuel Mata. Why don't you answer me when I tell you for a meeting?
Sure. About to start, I think.
Yeah.
You know, we've been waiting 3 years for justice. Continue to see injustice.
Is your name Manuel Mata?
Alright folks, today I'm covering Manuel Mata's channel. This guy has been recording the police in Texas, mostly in Fort Worth. He has also spoken at city council meetings, and this is the kind of thing that makes dirty public officials try to silence an outspoken free people. He's been covering the high-profile Aaron Dean incident that you can find on the Law and Crime channel. Aaron Dean was just convicted of manslaughter, and this makes the people extremely angry. Many people, including myself, believe he should have been convicted of murder. You'll hear from the people leaving the courthouse, but before you do, let's hear from Manuel Mata first. This clip comes to you from the Fort Worth Weekly channel.
A local government watchdog and citizen journalist. So you're known for live streaming police misconduct. You were the first person ever to live stream a board meeting at the Tarrant Appraisal District. What made you want to become a citizen journalist?
I guess being lied on and done wrong by the Fort Worth Police Department to where everybody was against me. So I agreed to a plea deal that I didn't truly understand to get out and to investigate what happened to me. And after I did, that's why I don't trust the whole court system. So I took myself to our law library and studied about everything that they could arrest you for. I was gonna film them in traffic stops, so I had to make sure I knew what they could use as far as jaywalking, pedestrian walking in the roadway, and what it actually meant, not what they interpreted as. My whole thing is to expose them and to encourage other people, like to not only pick up the camera and record them, which is our First Amendment right, but also to be intelligent about what you're doing as far as knowing the basic laws, the actual penal codes. There's a whole bunch of avenues you can take to bring awareness to what's not only happening to you, but like your whole neighborhood where you live in, because it doesn't only affect me. Because they don't just do this to me. I'm just the only one that got a camera and put them on YouTube. You know, so that's my whole thing. I just want to make people in my neighborhood smarter about the laws and their rights.
So if people want to get involved, and anyone can become a citizen journalist, but what do you recommend where do they start?
You can use Facebook Live to start your encounters. And then you could use some of those videos if you want to. I mean, this is totally up to whoever, right? The way I did it, I started a YouTube channel. And I got, I think, 1,000 subscribers in like 3-4 days to be able to go live in case something, like the first couple videos that I put out were of my arrest and then going to go get names and badge numbers from the police department right down the street. And they threatened me with arrest and trespassed me for getting names and badge numbers of the police department. And they didn't understand that we had the right to be there. And it's just crazy.
So when you capture that live, there's a record. They can't say it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the difference. That's why it's
important.
important.
And that's more important to film because this is not something that's been going on for 4 or 5 years. This is generations of police officers not liking being filmed. Right? So it's like they figured if they have body cameras, that's enough for people to be satisfied. Oh, they're being filmed.
But they can pause it. They can
mute it. They can even say there is no video due to the previous thing being uploaded. We have paperwork that shows all this kind of stuff that they use, right? And the only way we can protect ourselves as citizens is have our own recording.
How can folks follow you?
Oh, just go to YouTube and look up my name, Manuel Mata, and I have a blue shirt with the camel on there.
Well, Manuel, you have a lot of supporters and fans out there. We know you're going through a lot right now because of what you're trying to do to help people. And we appreciate what you do, and we hope folks will follow you and give it a shot. You know, try to learn about the laws and make sure people are following them. It's really that simple. So
Yeah, just inform yourself.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Inform yourself about what it is you're trying to do, whatever it is. Whether you want to audit buildings, you want to make sure police officers in your neighborhood are doing their job, you have to research everything. That way, when it comes to you and your situation, you know exactly how to handle yourself.
Well, thanks for your time, Manuel.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Manuel Mata was out on bond when the judge asked him to answer some questions, and when Manuel asked the judge a question, the judge had him taken into custody. Manuel was released shortly after, but that didn't mean the judge didn't do what he did out of retaliation. Keep watching, folks.
Mr. Mata has graced us with his presence. We ask that he be sworn in and put under the rules.
Is there a Mr. Mata in the courtroom? You can stand right there at the rail for me, please, sir. Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony given this cause to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I don't know what this is
Hey,
about.
Judge, may we approach?
I don't understand what's going on.
I'm swearing you in as a witness. So,
Under what authority, sir?
all right, jury, go to the jury room. Is your name Manuel Mata?
Yes, sir.
Your date of birth is 7/8 of 1980.
Yes, sir.
All right. I have issued you an oath to testify truthfully. Are you going to take that oath?
I have a question, sir.
No. Are you going to take that oath?
No.
All right. You are on bond on some cases. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Those bonds are being declared insufficient, Sheriff.
For what, sir? What's going on? What did I do? I need my lawyer present, sir.
We will get your lawyer.
You questioned me without a lawyer present. And I don't know what y'all are doing. I don't know what's going on. For what? For what? I asked him a question. I don't have no knowledge of this case. And I just wanted to know who's asking for me to be sworn in. The DA, the defense, the judge, who's asking it? Those are questions I need answers if you're going to revoke me. You ain't got to be aggressive when you do.
Let me see the lawyers.
Yeah, we can't.
Are you ready?
What is wrong with my work? Is something wrong with this city? I swear to God, there's something wrong with this city. It is something wrong with this city. It's poison. It's poison. Nice. Zion needs it. Zion needs it. Okay. Zion needs it. It's okay. Zion needs it. Breathe. He needs you. Breathe. Zion needs you.
Come on, sis. We got you. We got you, sis. We on your six. We on your six.
Manslaughter. They gave him manslaughter. He killed that girl. 77 seconds. That's all it took was for him to kill that girl. And you give him manslaughter? 77 seconds. He shot that girl. Manslaughter. Not murder, but manslaughter. I mean, he gets to walk. He walks. There's no admission that he killed that girl. Manslaughter, that's what you get is doing. And we expect justice from these people? We expect justice? I came up here with nothing else but to say that that's what they was gonna give it. Number one, because he's white and he's a cop, and they always take care of each other. Manslaughter, that's what they gave that dude.
Give me your name.
My name is Olinka Green. Manslaughter, that's what they gave this man. He gets to go home. He gets to go home. Manslaughter. He don't get to go where me and you would go, bro. Manslaughter. His family gets to celebrate. Tatiana is dead. Is that justice?
Olika, come here. Tell me about the evidence.
Man, I was not in the court. The evidence is that the girl is dead. That's all the evidence that we need. She is dead. 77 seconds. And he get manslaughter.
Spell your first name for me.
Olinka. Last name is Green. I'm a black woman. Manslaughter, baby. Manslaughter. We say this. For 3 years we've been going through this. From protests, holding signs up, they hold us off for 3 years. And then they get this man manslaughter, not murder. 77 seconds. That's all it took was for him to kill her. It's like, we don't give a about nothing. Do black women's lives really matter? And then this man in here gonna tell me that I can't wear a shirt that says woke. You policing my attire like you police our black bodies? Come on with this murder. Ain't nothing else but murder. Like everything else, dealing with a black person, you police us. Even in death, you police us. And then you tell us to be quiet. Don't say nothing. We'll sanction you. We've been sanctioned since we came to this damn country. For 500 years, we've been sanctioned. Police. The police threw us in the bottom of a damn slave ship. Put us in shackles. 500 years. And then he get manslaughter. Manslaughter, man. 500 years. Took 77 seconds to kill that girl.
Should have been charged with murder. You know, we've been waiting 3 years for justice. Continue to see injustice. Should have been charged with murder. I think it's a miscarriage of justice. And
What do you think things went wrong with the jury?
I think that, you know, when you see African Americans go to trial, you never get the right to be judged by a jury or peer group, but I think this jury didn't represent a cross-section of the community. I think it would have been more fair verdict if the jury represented a cross-section of the community. I'm a law student, so as a law student, we don't see justice. I don't feel like justice was served in this case. But you know, I guess a guilty verdict is better than not guilty. So,
What's your name?
my name is Ace, King Ace, the Black Royal Family founder.
And what's your last name?
Boo. My real name is Richard Boo, but I'm known as a community organizer, King Ace, organizer of the community.
And what is your connection to Fort Worth and the Jefferson family?
Oh, I have been organizing and helping with them organize and help get justice for the last 3+ years. And we've been waiting for this trial. I've been organizing different events with them in Dallas, Fort Worth, and I'm just a friend standing in solidarity with my organization.
No business going, and he caused the death of ANTIOCH Jefferson. That was intentionally, unknowingly, but I'm glad for Ashley and Dale. And Dale hammered it home yesterday. ANTIOCH had no glass on her hands. And I don't know if people picked up on that, but I think that was a turning point and made the jury give pause.
Glad there is some accountability rather than none?
Yes, absolutely.
What's your name?
Lisa Pamplin.
Spell it for us.
LESAPAMPLIN.
And you were an observer in this?
I've been an observer, and I'm sorority sisters with Ashley, and I've been here every day of this trial. And I applaud Ashley and Dale. They had a tough job, but they got something. And I got to, explain to the community something is better than nothing.
Lisa, I've seen you in there with the family every day. I know you just talked about it, but your reaction to hearing this?
I said this morning, they're going to split the baby. There was no way they were going to find him guilty of murder. But I didn't think they were going to let him go based on Dale's closing argument yesterday about the bullet coming through the glass, and she had no glass on her hands. He held that in his quiver, and they could not respond to that. And I think that was the difference.
It's a historic verdict for a Fort Worth police officer. The first time a Fort Worth police officer has ever been charged and convicted of killing a citizen while on duty. I think it's the appropriate conviction, charge of manslaughter. I didn't think it met the bar of murder. That is the intent, meaning he intended to kill her. He did kill her. And the jury found, in my opinion, that he was reckless and it caused the death of someone else. They didn't buy the argument that he was in fear of his life. You can't put yourself in danger and then kill someone and say, well, they were about to kill me, but you created that. So they didn't buy that. Race played no part in this with the jury. They came to an amicable agreement. The time they took, I'm not sure if they were debating on whether murder or manslaughter or if they had to commit. That'll be up to the jury.
Attention everybody, court has concluded for today. We will continue again at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Once again, court is concluded for today. If you have your phones, come get them from us. Please come get your property.
They wanted, The vast majority of the community wanted.
You're good.
The vast majority of the community, I believe, wanted a murder conviction. But there's a bar to meet for murder, and the bar was not met in this jury's opinion. That bar was never met. But they did say it met manslaughter, and manslaughter, a guilty verdict is better than a not guilty verdict.
And you agree with the verdict?
I agree with the verdict, and that's what I expected would happen, would be a manslaughter if he was found guilty.
Manuel Mata has a story to tell, folks. And what I would like you guys to do is go to his channel and subscribe. I'm going to drop the link in the description and in the pinned comment. I want to send him as much support as possible because I believe he deserves it and needs our support. Oftentimes we see police officers trying to dodge transparency and accountability. And I believe that we need people like Manuel Mata out there recording, asking questions, holding public officials accountable for the mistakes that they make and for their wrongdoings, because a lot of times they're not mistakes. We hear it all the time. There's no good cops. And it's hard to argue with that when good cops turn the other cheek when bad cops do something wrong. Many police officers don't seem to know the First Amendment of the Constitution, and they're not training them, folks. Many times we see videos where police officers just hold up their hand and repeat something that somebody else is reading to them. That is a crying shame. And if I was a cop and I didn't know the First Amendment, when somebody asked me, I'd be embarrassed. So it takes us, the people, to educate these cops. So what I'm going to do right now is teach you all the First Amendment of the Constitution. Many of you know it, especially if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, but many of you don't. And if you don't know it, pay attention. You have the freedom of religion, freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Those 5 elements of the First Amendment of the Constitution mirror your natural rights. These rights you were born with, and it doesn't matter where you are. And the Founding Fathers knew this and understood this, and the Second Amendment was written to protect those elements of the First Amendment. Why these things are not being taught to us is beyond me. And when you tell a cop that you have rights, a lot of times police officers laugh. But what they don't know is they're laughing at their own family members and their kids and their grandchildren when they believe that they also have rights. Our natural rights are slowly being eroded every single day. Cops are out there enforcing feelings, not law. And like I said, Manuel Mata is out recording, holding public officials accountable, going to these meetings. And for that, I want to send all of you guys to his channel to go subscribe. The original link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.